Hello guys, in my kitchen today we're going to be doing some honey garlic Cajun fried ribs. We're going to go with our garlic powder, our Cajun seasoning, our black pepper, our vinegar, our honey, and our seasoning salt. And I also have some diced garlic, but this is the ribs. I didn't put hot water over the ribs on this video, but I'll explain that to you as the video goes on. So we're gonna take all of the dry spices, the Cajun seasoning, the pepper, the garlic powder, and the seasoning salt, and we're just gonna sprinkle a little bit over our ribs, and we're gonna go ahead and mix it up. I'm gonna mix everything with my hand, but we're gonna mix it and make sure that all of the seasoning is touching each part of the rib. So we're just gonna mix that really good. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna mix that really good. Okay, once we have it mixed, okay, here I'm just adding a little bit more Cajun seasoning. I really don't measure anything, I just go over it. For the most part, I guess you would consider it a little over light, but just not making it salty. I kind of look at it. I don't measure anything. I don't measure anything at all. But just mixing it up really good here. And what we're gonna do is once we have everything mixed, we're gonna get this on. Oh, I'm old school. No shame or anything like that, but I put my flour in a bag and I put my ribs in that bag of flour and shake it up real good, and then I'm gonna get it over into that hot grease. Some things when you learn young is hard to get away from, but this is the way we're gonna flour up these ribs. But what I was telling you guys in the beginning about the hot water over the ribs, what I do is once I've cleaned my ribs and everything, when I'm not pressed for time, I go ahead and I put a boiling hot, like a rolling boil hot water on the stove. I get it to a rolling boil, and then I pour it into the ribs in a bowl, and you just let it sit for about 10 minutes. It changes the texture and everything. It makes it a lot more tender. But what I'm doing now is getting the honey garlic sauce ready. I added about 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I don't use the white vinegar in this. So apple cider vinegar, and then I'm gonna do about 5 tablespoons of honey. And I'm measuring as far as tablespoons. When I put that in, I'm just going by a big squeeze. I did try to do that, do like one big squeeze until the air goes out, and then I put it on a spoon, and it was about a tablespoon. So I added my garlic to the vinegar, and I'm just letting it kind of soak in there. And then I'm coming with the honey. I'm gonna put the honey over in there. I'm gonna do about 5 tablespoons. But again, with that hot water on the ribs, it makes it so much more tender. What I'm gonna have to do with these, but I didn't do that, I'm gonna start it on the high heat to make sure that the skin sticks like the first minute or so once I get the meat in the deep fryer. And then I'm gonna turn it down to, I put it at about the highest, I think it's like 340 or something, about 375 I believe it is. But I'm gonna put it down till about 330, and I'm just gonna let it cook the duration out, and that'll make it tender that way. But that hot water, it just kind of does something for me. That thing, it has it really tender. So once I've added the honey to this, I'm just going ahead and I'm adding some garlic powder and a little bit of hot sauce we're gonna put over in there, and we're gonna let her, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, and I'm gonna let her go on a nice slow simmer while the ribs are cooking. I already put 1 load in, so by the time the second load is done, it'll be totally ready, the sauce, and it's gonna thicken up also as it cools. too. So don't worry about how it looks there, but it's gonna be really, really tasty. Just adding a tad more vinegar there, maybe a teaspoonful there. Then I'm just gonna stir it a little bit more, but I have my ribs. They're in the deep fryer frying. And we're just gonna once we take them out of the deep fryer, what we're gonna do is just put it into a bowl, put the fried ribs into a bowl, and you pour this sauce on top. And you pour this sauce on top and you let it sit for a few minutes, and you have your honey garlic Cajun fried ribs. They're really, really, really tasty. Let me know if you guys try in the comments. But that is my honey garlic Cajun fried ribs. I'm gonna do some also with the boiling water so that I can show you guys. I wish I would have tested this one. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up below, guys. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching.